Hello Sharks, my name is David Carrozza. I'm a retired clinical lab scientist and now very enthusiastic cyclist. And this is my son and business partner Cameron.
Thanks, Dad. Hi Sharks, we're from Folsom, California and here to solve one of cyclists' biggest challenges they face every summer, how to beat the heat. Our product Spruzza is a cooler way to ride.
The effect of heat on cyclists is huge. It has an enormous impact on power, rate of fatigue, and recovery, not to mention its effect on just being comfortable and enjoying time on the bicycle. It can be devastating physically and mentally and can lead to heat exhaustion or heat stroke. The harder your body works to cool itself, the faster you fatigue.
Cyclists have relied mostly on avoiding the heat or trying their best to deal with its effects, like just drinking more water, dumping water from their water bottles, or sticking ice socks down their shirts.
Whether you're a professional cyclist, a weekend recreational rider, or just trying to log some miles for health riding to work, you need solutions for hydration, fueling, and cooling.
The market is saturated with products for hydration and fueling, but there's simply no product that effectively allows cyclists to dissipate heat and lower skin temperature over 20 degrees.
Using Spruzza really is like air conditioning your bike. Sharks, imagine driving your six-figure car without AC. Same car, still gets you where you're going, but it's an entirely different experience.
Here's how Spruzza works. It's a three-part system. This bracket is the only part meant to stay on the bike and attaches to the bottom of your handlebar stem. The reservoir holds 5 ounces of water and connects to the handle like this. Just a quarter turn locks it in, then snaps onto the bracket. When you hear the click, you're locked in and ready for a cooler way to ride.
We spent a lot of time and money designing it to be perfect for the bike and the riding environment. By moving the handle up and down, you can spray water from the top of your head over your face and ears and down to your neck and upper chest.
You might be thinking, just 5 ounces of water? Yes, and that's the great thing about Spruzza. It's incredibly effective at cooling you down with very little water. Each spray is just a half milliliter, and it only takes 3 to 4 sprays to drop skin temperature up to 25 degrees, even on a hot day.
You'll get over 300 sprays out of this. With typical use, you can stay cooler up to 2 hours on a single reservoir fill, and it takes less than a minute to refill it.
We think it's about time for cyclists to stop dumping water from their water bottles to cool down. That's a big waste of water. It's only the water that sticks to your skin that cools you. Spruzza delivers just enough for you to cool down without any wasting.
Sharks, we're looking for a strategic partner to invest $100,000 in exchange for 15% of our company to help us transform the experience of bicycling in hot weather by bringing, for the very first time, a cooler way to ride to cyclists around the world.
I've been pushing Mr. Conservative here to really get Spruzza out in the market. He keeps telling me that with something as new as air conditioning your bike, we need to remember 3 things that we're building: a product, a company, and a brand. Getting ahead of ourselves on any of those could be a big problem.
We're very excited about this idea, but we want to be confident that the product is working well, people love it, and our company can manage operations. And especially, we want to establish Spruzza as the brand connected with everything cool on the bike.
We've only had Spruzza in the hot weather market for about 8 months. Sales are steady, and we're in 6 local bike shops. But more important is the amazing feedback we're getting from our customers.
That's where a strategic Shark partner and your investment comes in. We plan to use our Shark partner and the money to expand our market, increase production, and continue the R&D on new versions of cooling systems for the bike.
Maybe increase my allowance? The vision was to design a cooling system so integrated and easy to use that there wouldn't be any good reason for not having it on your bike when it's hot.
Spruzza weighs less than an iPhone and filled only 1/3 of that extra bottle you carry for water to dump over your head. We used medical-grade plastic for the reservoir that's BPA-free and non-toxic. Spruzza is the best tool for hot weather riding.
We even designed the package to be a toolbox. When you don't need to cool down, you've got a safe place to store it.
Sharks, here's what we've been hearing from Spruzza customers.
Hi, my name is Kelly Payne, and I've been using Spruzza Mist for the last 9 months, both on my indoor trainer and my mountain bike, and it functions completely as advertised. It's amazing how it can change a hot, challenging day into a much cooler ride. It's something that I would highly recommend to anybody, and it truly is a cooler way to ride.
We just rode in a race across the West for Team Donate Life.
The Race Across the West is an 860-mile race that starts in Oceanside, California and ends in Durango, Colorado.
We took first place among two-person teams in one of the hottest years ever. And one of the reasons is because we had Spruzza mists on our bike to help keep us cool.
So I highly recommend everybody try a Spruzza Mist and so you can ride cooler.
We've invested $400,000 into the company so far. This includes engineering, product, design, tooling, manufacturing, patents, trademarks, operations, and marketing. Yes, a ton of money, but that's the potential we see for the concept to revolutionize bicycling.
Dad, being the scientist he is, worked with the University of California at Davis on a scientific study that validates the claims about Spruzza and the benefits of sustainable cooling when cycling in the heat. The study was presented at the annual American College of Sports Medicine Conference in May.
We know it works. We've demonstrated it from the experience of many cyclists, scientifically validated our claims and those of previous studies on the benefits of staying cooler.
Having the right strategic shark partner will accelerate our growth and market penetration. If we don't get a deal, we will continue with our controlled rollout, expanding as cash and opportunities allow. One thing is for sure, we'll never ride in the heat again without Spruzza.
The idea for Spruzza happened when Cam and I were riding on a long, hot ride near Sacramento. We passed a city park and we saw sprinklers spraying across the trail. Yeah, you know exactly what we did. It felt fantastic and it was so refreshing. It was like the ride just started. I couldn't get that experience out of my head. I kept thinking, there's got to be a way to take that feeling with you.
A week later, I dropped by Dad's house and he says, "Hey, let me show you something." We walked out in his garage and he's got this PVC pipe thing with duct tape contraction on the front of his bike. I laughed until he told me what it was for. My parents always told me I was gifted, so immediately I got it and told Dad, this is a really good idea.
Along the way, we've met some great people, had fun, faced a lot of challenges, but I think the most meaningful thing is knowing that Spruzza really is helping people at all levels of cycling to perform better and enjoy the experience more. And that's just really cool.
One story involves a couple of cyclists that have multiple sclerosis. MS cyclists have very real challenges with overheating. Both riders experience some amazing benefits from cooling down when they're riding in high temperatures. We're very excited to explore this further with other MS cyclists.
We see Spruzza becoming as common on the bike as a water bottle or air conditioning in cars. It has the potential to lower the hot weather barrier that keeps people off the bike in the summer. And this version of Spruzza is only the beginning. Our patent includes 2 more advanced versions as well. Remember the late 60s when car dealers were advertising factory-installed air conditioning? Think how that changed the driving experience. That's where we see this going. After selling the lab, my wife and I started a nonprofit that helps fund adoptions. With the generosity of many good people, we've funded over 118 adoptions. One day, Dana told me, "The foundation needs more money. You need to invent something." It was about a week later that I had the aha Spruzza moment. Who knows?
So Dad, what's been the biggest challenge so far?
There have been several challenges. You're constantly thinking and adapting. You get used to knowing you don't know everything, but you'll figure it out. Having 30 years of experience running the medical lab is invaluable as we face challenges with design and manufacturing and even marketing.
I'm obviously younger than this guy, so a lot of this is new to me. Having such strong support from our family is extremely helpful. They're giving me the permission to take this risk. And the encouragement from so many friends is tremendous. Every time we hear from a customer about what a difference Spruzza is for them, it's huge.
So this summer, get a Spruzza and remember the ride, not the heat. So Sharks, who would like to join us for the coolest revolution in cycling since the wheel?